Would you explain what haku means?
A term used in Japan that describes someone who is half Japanese and half another country. My other half is from Bahamas. So at first, people would think that I'm full foreigner, but when I start speaking Japanese, then they would understand that, oh, okay, well, he can speak Japanese, so that means he must be half. And then I get treated more like a Japanese person.
And your family name is Tanaka.
Which is very Japanese.
Yeah.
Every time I go to like the doctor's office, because they would call you by your last name, like everyone would be stunned because they don't expect me to stand up when they call Tanaka. They might think that I'm like Johnson or like, some other thing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and knock this one out of the park. What is good? What is good? What is good? Ladies and gentlemen, of course you know who I be. Good Dr. Mike TV. Back again. Once again, you should already know that this one is poised to be an instant classic in the making. If this is by far your first time to the Dr. Mike TV experience, please make sure you subscribe and notify and do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the good Doc's content. All my good stuff shall be listed in the links in the description area below. Let's rip this one off like a band-aid. Ladies and gentlemen, I was having a real deep conversation with my wife a couple days back, right? And to be honest with you, because I believe in being honest with my people, me and her are really on the fence about whether we want kids or not, right? We still got a lot of things that we want to focus on for ourselves, a lot of goals and things that we want to do for ourselves. And, you know, every now and again, we bounce, you know, ideas back and forth off of each other about our ideas about it. And, you know, for the most part, we're on the same page and on one accord. But, you know, good Doc's getting up there in age and the young lady is not that far behind. So if we really want any, we're definitely going to have to make some decisions soon. But we was having a conversation the other day and we were talking about what particular culture would we want to try to raise our kids in, and basically what that meant is how do we feel that, or where do we feel comfortable enough to raise our kids understanding about our cultures respectively? Would we want them to lean more towards the Filipino perspective or the Filipino aspect of their culture, or the black aspect of their culture, right? And of course the logical answer would be both, right? Yeah, we want them to be immersed in both of their cultures. We want them to know about their black side. We want them to know about their Filipino side. You know, we want them to. But let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have kids, always, if you have interracial kids, Filipino and black or black American kids, that would be even better. Leave it in the comment section below. If you have kids, mixed race, let me know. But let's be real. They're going to have to pick a side, right? Let's be honest. This is 2023. By the time we're recording this video, when they're gonna have to pick a side. You can't be both, right? It's unfortunate in this day and age you cannot be both, right? On the flip side, I've always learned that because I grew up black, right? This is the thing. I grew up black. I'm black, right? I'm black as hell. Dark skin, chocolate, ladies love, right? My wife, Filipino, all Filipino. Maybe some Chinese in there somewhere, but mostly Filipino. So growing up for both of us equally, we've grown up equally in our respective cultures, right? She grew up Filipino, I grew up black, if that makes sense. I grew up in a black culture. But us together are going to create a mixed baby, an interracial mixed baby, right? And I've heard that mixed kids have it hard, right? I've heard this. Now I'm not sure, but you know, every now and again I be chuckling and I be throwing shade at the light skin privilege. You know, I'll be having fun with that. It's nothing to be taken serious. But, you know, there's a saying that goes, you're too light for the black kids, but you're too dark for the white kids type shit if you're interracial. That's kind of the general synopsis for interracial kids, for mixed kids, right? Biracial kids. That's the best way to say it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're too light for one side, but too dark for the other. So you really don't know where you fit in. You fit in right down the middle. So to an extent, I do believe that it could be a struggle to raise. Well, it should not, I should say, be a struggle to raise a mixed child in this particular generation. But nonetheless, raising a kid in this generation period is going to be a struggle. But it shouldn't be much of an issue of what your race is. Multiracial is a thing now, and everybody's so proud to be multiracial, so it shouldn't be a problem. But I've learned that to an extent you're going to have to pick a side, right? Do I want my child to be more based in their Philippine culture, or do I want them to be more based in black culture? When I mean black culture, we're not talking about the fuckery. We're not talking about the ghettos, the pookies, the Ray Rays, not that. But you know what I mean by black culture. Learning more about their history, you know, and things of that nature. That's what I mean by black culture, not the negative aspects of black culture. But, you know, in having that conversation, it's very hard for me to tell what our son or daughter is going to gravitate towards, right? It's very hard to know. If we raise them in the United States of America, maybe they gravitate towards their black side. If we do raise them in the Philippines, of course, right? They're going to likely gravitate towards their Philippine culture, history, and things like that. You never want one culture of a child to take preference, or, you know, you never want them to lean more towards one side or the other. You want them to equally enjoy and encourage and, you know, be a part of both aspects of what they are made up of genetically, but in reality they're going to have to choose a side. And because I know for a fact that it's highly probable that me and my young lady are going to settle in the Philippines when it's all said and done, chances are, if we do opt to have kids, those kids are going to be raised in the Philippines. So unless I get a job in another country, another story for another day, but likely they're going to be raised in Philippine culture. Now, I do not want them to not know about their black side, right? It's true. And I do believe, unfortunately, however, there may be a potential constant reminder that they're half black. And I don't care what nobody says, in the Philippines, it's not a rarity, but it's not frowned down upon. It's actually, how can I say this? It's actually the opposite of frowned down upon. I don't know. I'm drawing blanks right now, but you know, people don't dismiss it. Sometimes you're unique. How can I say this? You're unique, and people gravitate towards that. Oh, you're half black, you're half white, you're half this. Oh, you're half you're half whatever. And people find that to be fascinating. But in reality, I do believe that there is going to come a time in this particular situation wherein they're going to lose half of their identity. It's not a fear of mine, but I do believe that it's highly likely to happen, that my child or our child is going to lose half of its identity as a result of them being raised. Of course, Philippines are being raised in the United States. Of course, there's a Philippine community that they can always be based in. But then again, I already know my child gonna come out light skinned as hell, because you've seen how light my wife is. You see how dark I am, and it's gonna have curly hair. No doubt in my mind. We're gonna have a light skin. Shit, I shouldn't say this because somebody's gonna cancel me. It's gonna be probably gonna have some slanted eyes. Just be real. Some light skin, slanted eyes with some curly hair. I can already predict what my child gonna look like. I can almost picture it to the T, because Doc had good hair. Contrary to popular belief, ladies and gentlemen, prior to the alopecia, good Doc had some good hair. I repeat, the good Doc had some good hair. You can ask my mama on that. I got baby pictures. Don't play with me, man. I had the good hair. Right? Good Doc with the good hair. But, you know, saying that to say this, I don't know exactly what part of my culture or what culture the child's gonna gravitate to. And one of the reasons why we be hesitant to have kids and shit is because we already know that child's gonna grow up fucked up. Okay, between me and my wife, that child gonna be everything, right? I want my child to learn self-defense at a young age, and we're not talking about karate, none of that bullshit. No, I want my child to learn self-defense. Wifey wants him to learn how to play an instrument. Motherfucker gonna speak 4 languages at least: BLASIAN, Tagalog, English, and probably Korean or Spanish. You know, so it's already, we're setting that child up for failure because of the expectations. Me being the good doc, being a doctor, and my wife being a nurse. Of course, you know what my doctorate degree is if you pay attention to the channel. But you know, that child's already gonna come in under some high expectations, and we don't want to do that. But you know, it's just who we are. We're somewhat overachievers to an extent. But going back to what I was saying in the particular beginning of this conversation, what side or what culture is my child likely to gravitate towards? It's a fear, and I don't want them to miss out on the black side, because the black side is a cool side. I'm not gonna hold you, man. Black culture is something else. I love that shit. Don't get it twisted. There's negative sides to everything, even Philippine culture, but I love it, and I don't want my child to never be exposed to that, because I do plan to live overseas. But on the flip side of it, I do believe that I can create a better environment and a better opportunity for my child should I choose to take him out of certain environments and certain situations. Again, I don't live in a bad part of town. I don't live in a bad part of North Carolina or anything like, well, let me stop. There be some shit going on. But, you know, it's not that we live in a bad area or anything like that. But then I think about the school system. That's always been something that goes through my mind. You want your child to go to the best schools and stuff, and the best public school was actually the school that I graduated from here in the great state of North Carolina. That's actually the best public school in the county that I live in. But then again, I've been there, I've taught there, I've been exposed to what it is now from where I used to be at, and I ain't like it. So, you know, do I want to send my child to private school? There's a lot that goes into it, right? In reference to the type of environment you want to expose your child to. So I do think about that. I think about the struggles that they could go through as a result of being AKA the half-breeds, right? AKA half black, American, half Filipino. You know, it's just, it is what it is. And I guess that's what any concerned potential parent would think. But, you know, I just want to know what you guys think about it. I just wanted to talk about that one. I need to get that one off my chest, right? It's been sitting, it's been weighing heavy. And I just wanted to make sure I got it out. I just wanted to make sure that we had this conversation, man. I would love to hear what you guys got to say, man. Please, by all means, make sure you comment down in the comment section below. Let me know if you have kids already. It doesn't matter if they're half black or half Filipino, half whatever, right? Let me know how you go about exposing them to the culture, whatever culture you choose to expose them to. Are they leaning more towards one side or the other? Because again, we can't sit there and determine what culture our child chooses to gravitate towards, right? There's nothing that we can control in that particular realm, but there's a lot that goes into it. And, you know, like I said, I think that I can, you know, definitely hear more best from my fathers and, you know, mothers out there who have kids already. So if you got a biracial child, or young lady or child, young man, let me know how it works for you, so maybe I can get some ideas. All right, I don't want to be out here stranded, right? Appreciate the love, man. It's been a good time, man. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.